Hello traders, Day Trader Matt here with businesswithtrading.com. And last week I promised you guys I was going to show you a couple ways that I stay organized, a couple things that I use to keep myself organized, because trading can be really hectic. So if we let our lives get out of control, it's just going to add to the chaos that trading brings. And that can actually cause a lot of bad things to happen. Number one being your P&L turning to crap. Nobody likes to lose money, but you've probably done it. A lot of other people have done it where your analysis is right, everything is good, but you somehow still lose money. Maybe your stop's too tight, maybe you don't take the trade. Maybe there's something else at hand. Who knows? But staying organized is a very, very important part of trading, and a lot of people don't really talk about it. So the number one thing that I use to stay on top of trading is knowing when to stay out of the market. It's important. And of course there's a whole lot to this. But one good thing is having a calendar. And I use forexfactory.com. It's not an advertisement from them. They don't give me anything. I like the calendar. I don't go to the forums or anything, but the calendar is pretty sweet. I can look at it. Monday we had a couple news items, and ISM manufacturing was the most prominent because it was red. See, high impact, yellow is low impact, and orange is medium. But I can say, I would like to know a little bit more about ISM manufacturing PMI. So I click on this. This has a source here, the latest release. It says the next release is going to be on March the 2nd. This is the history of the number if you want to see a graph. In reality, none of this really matters. But it's kind of cool. Because let's say, for example, if FOMC is coming out. You can actually click on this, and when it does come out, you can click on the latest release and you can read it. And sometimes if it's a big event, like RBA cash statement, you can right click, open in a new window, and when it comes up you'll be able to actually read what it says. Let's wait for it to come up real quick. This is the release, February 3rd. It's the 5th right now. So you can click on this and you can actually read all of that. And it works the same way for US. I just did that because it shows an example. And then we can look at everything. Wednesday, February 4th, that was yesterday. ISM non-manufacturing came out at 10 o'clock. That's even bigger than manufacturing, and it really depends sometimes. And then earlier today, trade balance came out at 8:30, unemployment claims at 8:30. It's going to be a very, very volatile 8:30. It's a banking holiday in New Zealand. Sometimes other nations are going to be important, like when Chinese news comes out. A lot of times that's important. The Swiss changed their policy last week or the week before. I don't even remember. But it was a very interesting time. It was actually a whole lot of fun to be a trader at that time. Just stuff like that. So anyway, that's what I use. I like to look at it every morning. I like to stay on top of things. Because the worst thing is to get surprised. You're in the market, in a trade, all of a sudden it starts moving very erratically and you don't know what's going on. And then you look at this and you're like, oh, unemployment claims and trade balance. Wow, why am I in the market? Because you didn't use a calendar. And calendar is actually pretty important to have. There are a couple different ones. I like this one, just because it's easy to use. Anyway, the next way that I like to stay organized, and I use this in a couple different ways and I love it, is an app called Evernote. Evernote, you can have it on your desktop, and there's iPhone apps for your Android phone, um, probably for the other phones as well, I'm sure. But I don't know if anything is better than either Android or iPhone. You know, but anyway, I love it. I can write papers and share them. I can journal. I have a personal journal. I do that a lot. Just because it's important to be able to get your thoughts down. You can have your trade journal, and it's easy. You write a little bit. You can just basically drag and drop photos. If you take a picture, you can drag and drop it, write a little bit, and you can access it on any of your devices. Let's say you remember something that important. Let's say you did your journal. You're like, man, I forgot what I was, really feeling at that time. And then let's say it's a day later, you're somewhere else, not in front of your computer, and you think about it. Well, you pull up your phone, get on it. I love Evernote. It's one of my favorite tools. I not only keep a trading journal, I keep a personal journal. I like to keep up with my goals, what I'm looking at to do. You can have, lists with check boxes, if you're going to the store, or if you're trying to put together a shopping list, and you're like, well, I need to get this, and that, and then you can keep it on your phone. And the beauty is, you don't even have to write. You just pull it up and speak into your phone. And it doesn't even have to be, bam, bam, bam. You can say something, wait a minute, say something else, wait a minute, say something else. I really enjoy it. I wrote a Kindle book on it, $2.99. I'm going to include under this. But, if you like it, you can check it out. But I really do love Evernote. Another app that I like is Pocket. Pocket is an app that you can have on all of your devices as well. But what I use it for is, let's say I'm somewhere and I'm reading an article and I really like it. I just don't have time to read it all. I save it to my Pocket, and I'm able to come back to it and read it at a later time. It's similar to bookmarks, but bookmarks are kind of old school. I'm not really a fan. To use Pocket, I save the article to my Pocket. I come back, I read it, delete it from my Pocket. It really saves me a lot of time. You may like it, you may not, but it does save me a lot of time, and I really, really enjoy it. The next app I started using recently, I don't like it as a text messaging, SMS message device, but I actually do really enjoy Hangouts. And it's something my nephews started using. They're 7 and 8, but they have tablets. They don't have any phones, obviously. They're 7 and 8. But their tablets, if they're around internet, they can use their Google Hangouts, and they can call me. They can send me messages. They call call my mom. They call her Mama, their grandma. They can call her. They can, and they can be able to interact with, people that they care about. And Hangouts I really enjoy, because I can do that too. I can share photos with them, or, last year, or I guess technically it was December of 2013, somebody made a car out of Legos. I was able to share that with them, and it's actually really cool, Google Hangouts. So that's an app that I really do enjoy as well. And an app that I use almost every day is Pushbullet. Pushbullet integrates with my SMS editor. I'll talk about that just because maybe you guys like it. Maybe if my computer would work here. It's called Evolve SMS. It's going to take a little while to pull up for some reason. I don't know. But anyway, push bullet, what it allows me to do is I can send URLs to any of my devices. So let's say I'm reading something on my computer, but I'm about to leave. So I can send that URL to my phone, to my tablet. I can send it to any of my devices, and I can have that. And it's just really helpful to me. Also, I can send SMS messages on my computer. You can do the same thing with Google Hangouts. If you use Google Hangouts, you're supposed to be able to get calls, get SMS messages on your computer. I just haven't used it that way. That's why I use Push Bullet, because it integrates with Evolve SMS, which is right here. Again, it's going to take a while to pull up. But anyway, I like Push Bullet. You can send small files. You can send, SMS messages from your computer, and you can send files to any of your devices. Send URLs to any of your devices. I really do like that. It's a huge time saver, because I used to look at stuff on my computer and then I have to type in the URL on my phone, and saving a couple seconds, saving a minute here and there, it adds up. This is Evolve SMS. They're by Plethora apps. I like it because you can just scroll through side to side, and it shows all of your messages. So you scroll to the right one, you can send a message to one person. Scroll to the left one, send a message to another person. It's just very, very quick. Rather than Google Hangouts, you have to literally click on each person. So that's what I like about that. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the list. Got something out of it. If you have something that you use that you like, you can definitely share it under the video. You can also email me. I'll get that in the list as well. But I told you guys I would show you how I stay organized, and it's a way that I really enjoy. I also have a whiteboard in my office. I keep a lot of notes on that, and I keep up to date with what I'm doing each day, and Google Calendar as well. I should have said Google Calendar, but Google Calendar, iCalendar, they both work really, really well. So I do like that. And one more. Let's see, I didn't put it on the list. It's called Business Calendar, and I think this is it here. Yes, this is it here. Business Calendar. Businesscalendar.d is dog, e is elephant, is the URL. But I use this. It integrates with Google Calendar, with iCalendar. So whatever you're doing, it'll integrate with that. I keep the calendar widget on my first home screen on my phone, so that way I have all of my stuff that I'm doing. And also they have an app called Business Tasks, which is actually a part of this calendar app. So whatever task you have to do, you just write it down, and it saves it and syncs it automatically with your calendar. If you don't complete that task that day, it automatically sends it to the next day. And until you check that task off, it's going to keep sending it to the next day. So I really, really do enjoy this app, and I use it every single day. Actually, all of these apps I use every day, except for Pocket. I don't use Pocket every single day, but I use it enough to make it a very valuable app. So anyway, hopefully that list was good enough. Like I said, you can always add what you use to the bottom in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you back here in the markets. Thank you.